Good morning. This is Spencer Hawks with a little market update. Today I'm joined with my colleague, Gabe Turner. And Gabe has been with me. How many years have you been with me now?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. And time flies when you're having fun. I was actually telling Gabe, that he and I have been on more trips together than my wife and I have been on trips together over the past 3 years. So I think I'm doing some makeup sometime next month. My wife just celebrated her birthday. So, I just said all that to say, Gabe and I have a great relationship. I'm so glad that he is on the team. And in just a second, he's going to talk about a transaction that we did. So let's get into our update. The first thing that we have is we had 2 closings last week. Both closings were first-time home buyers. So, where we have seen in the past couple years where definitely first-time home buyers have been squeezed out of the market by investors and folks who could frankly be a little more competitive, we're seeing them come back into the market. So to have 2 first-time home buyers, one was in Conway in Central Arkansas. That's where this report is going to be based out of this time. And then the other one was in Benton, which is a little bit further south on the other side of Little Rock. Still Central Arkansas, but first-time home buyers being able to buy their homes, great opportunities for these folks. Gabe, so what really, something I want to look at is what products did your client use? What was the transaction like as far as were there any concessions? Can you kind of just tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my client used FHA mortgage, which does have some restrictions on it that some other mortgage options don't necessarily have. And then she also used a down payment assistance program, which again adds more restrictions onto the house, habitability of the house.
We're looking at FHA products. So, before, we were having more conventional. We had a lot of cash buyers. It was definitely a more aggressive market. And so now, not only was it FHA, but you said that she had down payment assistance. Was that like an Addie loan?
Mm-hmm.
Or
yes. That's for the state.
That's, again, it's a wonderful program. In fact, if you guys are looking for down payment assistance to get into a home because you're thinking, wow, money's getting tight, but I still want to get into a home, talk to us and we can put you in touch with a lender who can explain the Addie process to you. So definitely a few things. Were there any requirements that they made them have that the sellers had to agree to or that you had to adjust the contract for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one big thing was that it needed a new roof. In fact, we were looking at a roof exclusion, which no loan really works with the roof exclusion. But not only that, we also did have some specific FHA requirements to get the loan closed that needed to be done, primarily paint related. And we did have to work with the seller on getting that completed before we could close.
So, again, I want to reflect back to a couple years prior. Sellers would typically walk. If you asked for anything or had anything, they would say, I'm sorry, I've got 15 other offers here and I'm walking. Now, obviously, you guys closed the transaction, so it may not have been easy. It may not have been easy, but the seller stuck with it.
Yep.
So, folks, if you are a first-time home buyer like we have seen in the past, the 2 transactions last week, this may be your opportunity. I am currently handling 2 offers personally. Right now, there's a larger commercial deal, so some commercial items are still selling. And then I've got a land deal that I'm working with in Van Buren County. So we've got that. And Gabe, you put one under contract last week.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, folks, the market is still moving. It's still a great time to be considering an investment in real estate. And so if you have any questions that you would like to ask, feel free to call Gabe or myself. Gabe, what's your cell phone number? Can you?
It's 501-747-3441.
So feel free to call Gabe. As I always give, my cell phone number is 501-764-6847. And we also have other folks on the team that I would love to introduce you to. Surely we have somebody on here that you guys can get along with. Just give us a call, and we so appreciate your time, and have a great rest of the day.